Welcome to the Strpd Club, the podcast that strips away the noise and dives deep into the real, raw conversations every man needs to share.
Welcome back, guys. It's your host, and I'm here again solo. Now, we're going to be having these conversations with guests in the studio, but I have been, I've been asked, by I don't want to say my fan base, but definitely I have been contacted by a number of individuals who have been watching the program and said, you know what, I really like, when you are speaking about certain topics and it's just you. So I have chosen to, mix it up a little bit and give you some solo talks, episodes, and then bring in some men to speak about their own challenges in the hopes of touching others, and then lending a little diversity to the presentation too, right? So welcome back to the Strip Club, and we're here today to talk about something that I think men struggle with, right? And we struggle with it silently. It is the silent struggle, I want to say, and why men don't talk about depression. Depression. So I know that's a trigger word for some. So let me ask you something as we start and kick this off. When was the last time you asked a man how he's really doing, and he told you the truth? Right? Think about that. When was the last time you went to, if it's your husband, your brother, and asked him how he was really doing, and he answered you honestly? Not the automatic answer. Not I'm good, I'm chilling, not I'm all right, but the actual truth, right? Men tend to have really surface answers for these types of questions. But here's reality for too many men. The truth is that we're not all right. We're struggling, we're tired, we're overwhelmed, and honestly, we're breaking on the inside. And some of us, we're fighting depression in silence. It's an everyday struggle, but you won't know it. You won't know it because we've been taught that silence is strength. I don't know who decided to teach us that, but it's what we were taught. We've been told that showing up, showing pain makes us weak. Even starting this show, I was told I was weak. And so every day, countless men are smiling in public and honestly dying in private. So I'll be real with you. I've had my own battles. A lot. Moments where life got so heavy, I didn't know how to carry it anymore. Moments where I smiled, cracked jokes, and went about my day. But inside, I was just drowning. You know what made it worse? Feeling like I couldn't talk about it. Like nobody wanted to hear it. Like if I admitted I was struggling, people would see me differently. So what did I do? I kept it in. I carried it alone. And that's exactly what so many men do until the weight becomes unbearable. Let's break this down. Why don't men talk about depression? First, has a lot to do with pride. And from a young age, we are told, man up, don't cry. Unless you had a mom like mine, she would say, cry, cry boy, cry. But we don't complain, don't be soft. So we grow up believing that silence is masculine and vulnerability, that's weakness. Secondly, fear. Fear of being judged, fear of being laughed at, fear that people would lose respect for us if we admit we're hurting when we are. And third, it's loneliness. Because even if we wanted to talk, who do we talk to? Who's really going to listen? Who's really listening without trying to fix us or even dismiss us? And that's why so many men suffer in silence. It's because in their heads, speaking up, it actually feels more dangerous than staying quiet. But here's the problem, right? Silence is killing us. It's killing us softly. Because depression doesn't go away because you ignore it. Pain doesn't just disappear because you pretend it's not there. It doesn't work like that. And the numbers don't lie. Suicide rates are the highest among men. Addiction, highest among men. Anger issues, broken families, emotional shutdowns, all of them, they're all symptoms of men carrying silent struggles. See, we've mastered how to put on a strong face. But the mask is heavy. And behind closed doors, too many of us are falling apart. The tricky thing about men and depression is it doesn't always look like sadness. Sometimes it looks like anger. Sometimes it looks like drinking too much, drugs. Sometimes it looks like overworking yourself, hiding in your career. Sometimes it looks like pushing away the people who care about you the most. See, we don't always cry. We don't always say, I'm sad. But the truth is, we're hurting. And until we learn to recognize those signs in ourselves and in each other, we'll keep losing good men to silent battles. So, how do we change this? Well, first, we need to stop equating vulnerability to weakness. And let me tell you something. It takes more strength to admit you're struggling than it does to hide it. It takes courage to say, I need help. Secondly, we need safe spaces like the strip club. And that's one of the reasons I started it. To create a place where men could take off that mask, that heavy mask, and be real. To talk about things we are told, boy, keep quiet. And third, we need each other. Brothers checking in on brothers. Friends asking, no, really, how are you? How are you? How are you? And being willing to stay and listen when the answer isn't, I'm good. So I'm going to challenge you. If you're a man watching this right now, I want you to take one step, just one. Talk to someone about what you're carrying. Call a friend, call a brother, or write it down. Do something to break the silence. And if you're someone who loves a man, a partner, a friend, a sister, a mother, I want you to lean in. Lean all the way in. And don't just ask, how are you? Ask twice. Stay long enough for him to know you're serious. Sometimes that's all it takes to open that door. And here's what I need you to remember. Depression, it doesn't make you weak. Struggling doesn't make you less of a man. Because you're a human. See? Skin and bones. And every human being needs support, love, and grace. The silent struggle doesn't have to stay silent. The moment you start speaking your truth, that's the moment healing begins. So again, let's keep the conversation going. I want you to drop a comment. I want you to share this with a brother who needs to hear it. And if you've ever battled depression in silence, I want you to know this. You're not alone. You're definitely not alone. So until next time, my friends, as always, stay stripped.